But David does something real stupid. He sends for him, but tells him, I don't want to see him. Can you believe that? You send for him, but you don't what? You don't want to see him. So then, another 2 years going to go by. And Absalom has not seen his daddy for how many years now? 7. So now we got a problem. He hasn't seen his daddy for 7 years. So now let's look at this problem. Who really is behind Absalom being like he is? Because Absalom is not a hateful person, but you raped his sister. His brother raped his sister. And as Pastor Wright say, the men are always supposed to be what? They're protectors. Go back to Genesis, the 34th chapter, when they raped Jacob's daughter, Dinah. Them boys came to town and killed every man in town. And Jacob said, look, we got to get out of here. So it's not something that we have not heard before, but David makes his second dumb mistake. He won't see his son. I mean, you brought him back, but you won't see him. So now, Absalom is getting what? 7 years done gone by. Now, he really done got upset. So now he going to formulate what? He can say, okay, I'm going to get you, Daddy. Let's move to the 15th chapter.
15:1 in
yes.
NLV. After this, Absalom brought a chariot and horses, and he hired 50 bodyguards to run ahead of him. He got up early every morning and went out to the gate of the city. When people brought a case to the king for judgment, Absalom would ask where in Israel they were from, and they would tell him their tribe. Then Absalom would say, you really got a strong case here. It's too bad the king doesn't have anyone to hear it.
Hold it, let's stop right there. This boy's smart. He got what? He got a plan. My daughter was telling me this morning, Daddy, you got to have a plan. You got to have what? You just can't live your life talking about we're going to see what's going to happen tomorrow. No, you have to have what? A plan for your life. Absalom feels like David did him wrong. I just need a show of hands. Did David do him wrong, y'all? It's your opinion.
Yes.
Who said yes? Who said no? Just hold your hand. How many yeses do we have in the house? How many no's do we have in the house? Ain't nobody going to say nothing. I think it's a trick question. Here's the problem. By Levitical law, he should have killed him. But he couldn't kill him because he was the firstborn. And it would have made it look like he crazy. And didn't want nobody to succeed him. So his hands was what? Tied. But Sister Wright said his hands wasn't tied. He should have killed him. Sister Wright said he should have been stoned. All right, let me see the hands of y'all that want to go to the rock concert. He should have been what? He said, come on, I need some interaction here.
I think Absalom untied his hands.
Absalom, she said, untied his hands. Pastor Shelley, what do you feel? He said he should have made Amnon marry her. Are we on? Are we on? Okay, that's all right. I still look good. I got on a blue shirt and a black tie. Okay, so now, Pastor Shelley said that he should have made Amnon marry her. But if Amnon had married her, it would have reduced her status in the palace. She could have never married anybody else, and she was going to be desecrated and scorned the rest of her life. So David is looking at, if I make him marry her, she can never marry what? Nobody else. But if I don't make her marry her, everybody gonna say she's been desecrated and nobody want to talk to her. So now we're looking at a situation where David really don't what? So what do you do when you don't know what to do? You ignore the problem. You don't do nothing. You don't talk to nobody about it. You don't say nothing. Come on, I need some feedback.
There's the elephant in the room, though. You can't ignore the elephant in the room.
Okay. Now, Sister Sonia said you can't ignore the elephant in the room. Yes, you can, because he never let the elephant in the room.
The elephant was in the room.
He didn't let him in the room. So now, out of sight, what? Out of mind. That's what he thought. But what's Sister Wright still on chunking at him? Say, she said, let everybody kill him. Now watch this. When Absalom had Amnon killed, they didn't accuse nobody. You know why? Because everybody killed him. It never said who exactly killed him. Y'all with me? But now all this time, how many years done gone by? 7 years done gone by.
And King David cleared him. Hey, if that's your son, nobody gonna touch him.
We got a person said that the king cleared him. But Absalom has a plan. No matter how you look at it, he got them charioteers. He's getting up early in the morning. He's meeting the people as they come to Jerusalem. He's cutting them off from the king. David is not getting a chance. And you know what's funny? If you go back in the Old Testament, when you go to Moses, Moses' father-in-law, Jethro, told him, look, man, you're taking too much on yourself. You need to appoint judges and stuff. Fast forward to when Solomon became king over Israel, okay? Remember them two women that came to Solomon? They were harlots. How did two prostitutes get to the king? You know what happened? He learned a lesson from his daddy. He said, when there's some problems, just bring them to me. David had no idea of what was going on. Absalom rising up, meeting the people at the gate, said, you know, look, if I was the king, come on, y'all. If I was the king, this wouldn't be what? This wouldn't be no problem, because I deal with it right away. So guess what, y'all? No Wi-Fi, no Facebook, no YouTube, no Channel 2 News, but the word got around that if you really want to get something done, who you go see?
Absalom.
Who you going to see? Not Ghostbusters, Absalom. So now we have this situation where Absalom is slowly doing what? Creeping into the hearts of the people. He's there. Ella Wright said something about dogs one time. He said, if you want a dog to act right, don't feed him. And after he ain't ate for so long, guess what he gonna do? He gonna become obedient. There's always a way to break down somebody. Absalom was so smart. And notice he had chariots riding in the front of him like he was the king. You have to present yourself as the king. Read.
I wish I were the judge. Then everyone could bring their cases to me for judgment, and I would give them justice.
See that?
When people tried to bow down before Absalom, he wouldn't let them.
Hold it. Hold it, y'all. Who caught that right there? What is he making himself? I'm making myself like y'all. I'm not that great. I'm just one of what? The fellas. I feel pain just like what? You feel pain. And they went away. Oh, if Absalom was king. Do you know how that word got around to the 12 tribes? Read.
When people tried to bow before him, Absalom wouldn't let them. Instead, he took them by the hand and kissed them.
Jesus. This man got a plan. Come on, y'all. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor, he got game. This boy got game. Read.
Absalom did this with everyone who came to the king for judgment. And so he stole the hearts of all the people of Israel.
Watch this.
After 4 years.
Hold on. After the people did, the few people that saw the king, guess who the first person they saw after they saw the king? Absalom. He said, oh, I'm so glad to have you here. I hope your situation came out. If it didn't, call me. If you didn't get the satisfaction, and I will go to the king on what? Your behalf. Whether you was right or wrong. This boy got game. Read.
After 4 years, Absalom said to the king, let me go to Hebron to offer a sacrifice to the Lord and fulfill a vow I made to him.
Hold it. We got a problem here. This ain't no 40. This is 4 years. And some Bibles is a misprint, and it says 40. So now, 11 years. Is this boy patient? How many years have gone by? 47. Not no 47, because David only reigned 40 years. So this ain't no 47 years. This is 11 years. Absalom has waited to get David back. 11 years. You know y'all can't wait that long to get nobody. Read.
For while your servant was at Geshur in Aram, I promised to sacrifice to the Lord in Hebron if he would bring me back to Jerusalem.
Now he's going to put the Lord in it. The Lord told me. He ain't a lying prophet, he's just a lying son. For the servant vowed a vow in Geshur in Syria. That's my granddaddy's house, because my granddaddy is king in Geshur. So I vowed a vow there. And if the Lord would bring me back again to Jerusalem, that I would serve the Lord. He lying on God. Read that 9th verse.
All right, the king told him, go and fulfill your vow. So Absalom went to Hebron.
Hold it. Why did Absalom want to do it in Hebron? So it's always watch this. It's always something when they choose a certain town. Why did Barack Obama choose Springfield to launch his inaugural presidency? Why do people choose certain places? Because David chose Hebron as his headquarters when he became king. And he reigned 7 years where? In Hebron. There's a reason. Am I taking too long with this, y'all? There's a reason why he did this. Because the people were familiar with a king being established where? In Hebron. Read.
But while he was there, he sent secret messages to all the tribes of Israel to stir up a rebellion against the king. As soon as you hear the ram's horn, his message read, you are to say Absalom has been crowned king in Hebron.
See there? What I tell y'all. Where did David start his kingdom at? And what is he doing? He's following the pattern of his father. Read.
He took 200 men from Jerusalem with him as guests, but they knew nothing of his intentions.
That's what, you know what? How many people done got killed hanging out with the wrong folks? You done got somewhere and folks go to clowning and they think what? You know all them kids running downtown in Chicago? They ain't running because they came down there to plan that. Somebody said, come on, y'all, let's just go downtown. We just going to walk around and have some fun. But the ringleaders got what? They got a plan. Okay, I'm going to tell you how simple this is. There's a video in college of a student upstairs running. He runs down the hallway. Somebody see him running. And guess what they did? They took off and started running behind him. So he ran down the stairs. There's people downstairs. They see them coming down the stairs running. What did they do? They started running. They ran outside, and the people saw him running, and what did everybody on the campus do? They started running. And same thing, you with them, and they start hollering, Absalom is king, Absalom. So what do everybody start hollering? And before you know it, you done got tricked into saying what? Absalom is king. Them 200 men running all through the city. Read.
While Absalom was offering the sacrifices, he sent for Ahithophel, one of David's counselors who lived in Gilo. So soon many others also joined Absalom, and the conspiracy gained momentum.
There are two rumors about Ahithophel. Somebody said that he was Bathsheba's uncle. So now Ahithophel could have been holding on to what David did to his niece. Now, don't hold me to that. I'll verify that next week. And also, he's one of his counselors. He has an important position with who? With David. So guess what people will do? They'll listen. Man, that's like Secretary of State. When the Secretary of State speaks, that's like the president talking. So he gets one of his counselors. Read.
A messenger soon arrived in Jerusalem to tell David, all Israel has joined Absalom in a conspiracy against you.
This didn't take but a couple of days, y'all. And all Israel is hollering, what? Absalom is king. Absalom is king. There go the man who listened to what? Everybody's story. Read.
Then we must flee at once, or it will be too late, David urged his men. Hurry. If we get out of the city before Absalom arrives, both we and the city of Jerusalem will be spared from disaster.
Hold it. Why did David leave Jerusalem? What is the reason? Come on, y'all. Why did he leave Jerusalem? Jerusalem is what? The capital. It's the stronghold. They took it from the Jebusites. It's the city of David. But guess what, y'all? Jerusalem represents something. Come on, y'all. What does Jerusalem represent? It represents the Jerusalem in heaven. Are y'all with me? He said, I'm not going to let God's city be destroyed. Because that earthly Jerusalem represents what? The dwelling place of God. Read.
We are with you, his advisors replied. Do what you think is best. So the king and all his household set out at once. He left no one behind except 10 of his concubines to look after the palace.
What verse is that?
That's verse number 16.
I need y'all to underline that verse. Verse what?
16.
Underline verse 16, because this devil got a plan. Just look at your neighbor and say, remember the balcony. Come on, look at your neighbor and say, remember the balcony. This devil got what? He got a plan. Read.
So the king and all his household set out at once. He left no one behind except 10 of his concubines to look after the palace.
Okay. Who are the concubines?
His wives.
Huh?
Those
Those, his wives, and what else? What else we call them? That's his side chicks. But he has slept with them. And by him sleeping with them, he has made them royalty. Those are like his spare wives. Y'all gonna catch on in a minute. Those are his what? His spare wives. So now, he got the 10 spares, he left them behind. Always keep a spare tire. I'm just kidding. Tire. Pastor Michelle looked at me and said, huh? Read.
The king and all his people set out on foot, pausing at the last house to let all the king's men move past to lead the way. There were 600 men from Gath who had come with David along with the king's bodyguard.
Hold it. These are Cherites. 600 of them. Did I tell y'all that they were black soldiers? These were 600 soldiers that swore an allegiance to David. Even though Israel has thousands of soldiers, these 600, notice they didn't even talk about the royal guard or nothing. They only talked about what? 600. This 600. Read.
Then the king turned and said to Ittai, a leader of the men of Gath, "Why are you coming with us? Go on back to King Absalom, for you are a guest of Israel, a foreigner in exile."
They would just guess. Read.
You arrived only recently, and should I force you today to wander with us? I don't even know where we will go. Go on back and take your kinsmen with you, and may the Lord show you his unfailing love and faithfulness. But Ittai said to the king, "I vow by the Lord and by your own life that I will go wherever my lord the king goes, no matter what happens, whether it means life or death."
It means something to be what? Faithful. It means something to be what? Loyal. I know my time is up. But I'm going to close. I'm going to close. They were faithful and loyal. I'm going to read this verse in advance. I'm going to read these 3 verses in advance, and then I'm going to let y'all go. Because this is going to happen later when David is out in the wilderness. But I just feel like closing with Psalms 3. And use the King James Version for this because it's the English beauty of this. Psalms 3. He wrote this particular psalm when he was running from Absalom.
Lord, how are thy increased that trouble me?
How are they increased that what? Many are they that rise up what? Against me. Many there be which say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Can I read it one more time? For those of you who got a whole lot of people against you and think they got you, Lord, how are they increased that trouble me? Many are they that rise up against me. Many there be that say of my soul, there is no help for him in God. Selah, which many think means to pause. But then, O Lord, thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of my head. I don't care what it look like. Many are they that rise up against me. I don't care if it's on the job. I don't care what the situation is. Many are they that rise up against me. And your enemy going to say, he ain't got no help. He only got a few black soldiers. Come on, y'all. All Israel has turned on him. But verse 3 says, but thou, O Lord, art a shield for me, my glory, and the lifter up of my head. In the Talmud, it said that David dug a hole in the ground and looked up at the stars and wrote this song. I ain't going to read the rest of it because I'm going to use that for next week. Hope you have enjoyed this. I know y'all ready to go. But look at this situation. The man done got ran out of his palace. Everybody is against him. He's out in the desert, in the wilderness rather, dug a hole and looking up, saying, many are they that rise up against me. Sometimes your strength is in your mouth. Sometimes your strength is what come out of your mouth. May the Lord bless you, smile on you. We're going to continue this next week. Absalom, my son. We haven't even got to that. Anybody know what the name Absalom means? Father of peace. You know, seem like the Father of peace, but we thank God. Every head bowed. Father, we thank you for allowing your servant and us to dig deeper into the word of the Lord. Now, God, let this word be established in our hearts. Let this word settle in our spirit. And God, give us rest and comfort in troubling times. In Jesus' name, amen. See y'all next week. I feel a song in Psalms 3. I feel